How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? The radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. An extremely busy week for Prairie View Athletics. Of course, it's National Signing Day this week, but we are in the middle of the beginning of the start of the second half for the basketball season. Panthers women program 7-2 on top of the Southwestern Athletic Conference in a tie, but we're going to stay on top right now because mathematically they're on top of Southern, and they'll take care of that later on down the road. But first things first, big rival game coming up against the Texas Southern Tigers. We have with us Coach Sandy Pugh. Coach, how you doing today?
Hey, Mike, doing great.
Well, look, always good to have you, and thank you so much for making yourself available for us here on the show. Big things going on this week, a big rival week. You guys are in a good position right now, another critical game. But first, go back. You were able to take care of a good, strong competitor, Coach Frieda at Alabama State. That was a critical game for you guys, and you showed up in a big way.
Yeah, the kids really came out with a lot of energy. We changed up the lineup a little bit to get a little more speed, and I thought that really worked out for us. She has an extremely athletic team, good size. They match up really well with us. I just thought we just did a good job of jumping out on them early, and the defensive intensity that we played with did a good job. They're going to do a good job of banging the boards and getting rebounds and getting out in transition and taking the ball to the hole. And we had a couple of hiccups there in the third where we kind of let them get back into the game. We had an opportunity to really stretch out our lead. But all in all, it was overall solid team effort.
Absolutely. And then once again, it's always encouraging when you have a player or two who's been showing consistency, but you've been having that three-headed monster of late when I speak of Dobbins, Ford, and of course Newman, and they're beginning to gel, it appears, at the right time in a very critical game coming up against Texas Southern this week, which it was clearly that the three wasn't on the same page just of yet.
Well, to the Texas Southern game, the kids are really excited about playing in it. They felt like they just really dropped the ball. Here there was a lot of energy going on. I thought the kids were kind of we were sitting back. We were a little too conservative. We didn't come out with the energy and the fire that I knew we were capable of playing, and really disappointed with that overall effort. That next game, we came out with that fire and that energy that we needed, and we're progressing. Most coaches will tell you this time of the year you want to continue to progress, you want to continue to play with that energy and that teamwork concept. But most importantly, you don't want to have peaked yet. But I can see it coming. And, as we go into the second round of the conference play, it's going to be important that we continue to clean up a few little minor details like the box out on the weak side. I thought we gave up way too many of those the other night. Picked up a couple of ticky-tack fouls on the slash to the basket, and our rotations weren't as solid as I would like to see. But I think we clean up a couple of those aspects, and, in the shot selection out of the break, I think we'll be fine.
We're speaking right now with Coach Sandy Pugh of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers women's basketball team. Coach, going back, we all have critics for positive and for negative energy, for whatever that is. That's just the nature of life. Going back to your Southern coaching days and leading now to Prairie View, some of your critics will say a common denominator has been that it's always been a challenge for you to figure out how to beat Texas Southern. What's your response to that?
A challenge to be. Well, Texas Southern has been an outstanding program over the last 6 or 7 years. Since Cooper took over there, they've really stepped their game up. In terms of their recruiting and what they're doing as a program coach. Coach Prairie does a great job. and I have nothing but respect for that program. Anytime you can contend for a championship, you're a pretty good team. I don't care what level you're playing at. So, and here in our conference, you know, that's been a very storied battle. We've had some literally knockdown and drag out
Oh yeah,
battles.
I'm thinking of a couple of not only regular season but tournament play where really literally there had to be some separation between your squads and those squads, and the trend seemed to be carrying over even at PV Nation.
Well, the trust me, and I talk to Coach Perry every week, but it's just a mutual respect of competitors. People who are extremely competitive, who love to win, who enjoy and embrace the competition. It's nothing more than that. Trust me, it isn't personal at all.
Oh no, and you know what?
It's just strictly, kids who want to be successful for their teams or program. And from the TV perspective and my team and where I am right now, the kids just feel like they have something to prove. They feel like they let the student body down. They let the alumni base down when we, didn't handle the business over here. So they're eager to be on that court Saturday at 5:30, and we were asking for the nation to come out and support our student athletes. Our men are 9-0 and on a historic run. And it's just an exciting time for PV basketball all the way around. We're tied for first place, and we want to maintain that.
Absolutely.
We want to catch some of that magic dust going down this backstretch and go 9-0 and go ahead and run this table. I mean, that's what we want to do, but it's gonna require Herculean effort on our part. It starts, I used to always say the championships always go through Baton Rouge. I think, by that same token, the championships are going to go through Texas. And we have to go down to downtown Houston and handle some business Saturday. And we need all the help we can get from our fan base.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Handling business is definitely what it's been all about. And let me tell you something, Coach. This is what I absolutely adore about you and Coach Byron Smith. It is almost like a blue collar approach the way you've built your teams and built your programs. I asked Coach Smith this. I'm going to ask you this. I'm an astute guy. I'm there when you don't think I'm there. But you know what I really love is how you guys dress on game day. And I want to ask you, as I've asked any other basketball coach, where was the memo sent out that you must put on your quote-unquote Sunday best when coaching basketball?
You know what? I don't know. It's I guess to each his own. When I first started as a newbie coach, I learned fairly quickly that cleaning bill gets really expensive when you start talking about Sunday best. So, and with the staff that I have here, and they wanted to do something a little bit different. So I guess it's just to each his own.
To each his own. Well, I happen to love it. I always thought, especially in basketball, I can see if the head coach has on a different color polo than the rest of the staff. You can identify who's who. But I've always scratched my head about that. Even football coaches wear khakis and whatever the uniform, the uniform or the university they're representing. But basketball coaches are unique breeds and creatures of habit, I guess. And I guess it's just if you look good, you feel good syndrome.
I guess that maybe that's how that goes. That's probably a good analysis.
But if you're winning, you look good in whatever you're wearing. Well, look, Coach, the first round against Texas Southern, you learned some things. You said the team came out a bit apprehensive. What are you telling the young ladies right now as they prepare for this week's battle?
Well, the whole thing right now is, we're here. This is where we want to be. We're in first. This is, we understand the challenge ahead of us. We understand the mistakes we made behind us. We just want to continue to grow, and continue to get better defensively, continue to play as a unit. To me, one of the greatest things I saw as you were talking about us playing together and the growth and the development of the team with Dobbins and Newman and Ford is, Shayla threw an alley-oop to Ford the other night, and the crowd went crazy, because I'm going to tell you right now, I've watched every practice. She's never made that pass in practice. So it was just one of those instinctual things. She saw it, Ford when he got it. I mean, it was beautiful. So, and the celebration between those two. So that was a beautiful thing to watch, and definitely something I'm excited to see.
It was one of them. It was one of them where you go, no, yes, all right, good job.
It was kind of funny because I was talking to my assistant, and I just happened to look up, and the ball was in the air, and I was like, "Ah!" And then Artie went and got it. It was a perfect pass. So.
That's all right. That's all right, man. It's a beautiful thing. What I've always appreciated about women's basketball is that they're more base-oriented teams, and they have to rely on the technique of boxing out, the technique of solid passing, and looking for teamwork to get that open shot. Things are shaping up, building up, exciting time, rival week, and a lot of buzzing going around the air. I want to personally thank you for always making yourself available from day one since coming to the Hill, and we look forward to the continued growth and the moving forward. This Saturday, the Panthers will be on foreign soil to take on Texas Southern. Tip-off time beginning at 5:30. Panthers 7-2, trying to separate themselves at the top of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Coach, your final thoughts and comments on this segment.
Hey, again, Mike, I really appreciate you for giving us an opportunity to be on. We're looking forward to a big game Saturday and a win. So we're going down there to try to get this business handled. So I hope everybody out there comes out and support your Panthers. Let's go.
Let's go. Coach Sandy Pugh, Panthers, ready to do battle this coming weekend. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. As always, you guys be blessed. We'll see you on the other side.